Is it me? Y'all hear yet? Wow. Did y'all beat me here or something? Wow, y'all beat me here. It's I had a schedule for 9. I figured they would run a little bit longer. So trying to learn how to do this whole scheduling and stuff. So who we got here? Brian, Chipper, L. Stewart, David, Special Ed, just add, John Witt, Digger Outdoors, Sergeant Smith was first. How is life? High Desert here. Had to drop the ball. Y'all want me to keep up the worm talk or what? Like waking up on. Yes, Sergeant Smith is still alive. Y'all have no idea. I have been doing the homestead and stuff. I have got to deal with parasites in the animals all the time. Thank you. Yeah, that would be my daughter. She's got company and she's acting like a girl. Gosh, it's such a girl. Yeah, they already brought it up. Seriously, anything you say they can hear. Oh, I have coffee. Thanks for this cup, Chipper, by the way, and the coffee. You see that stick behind me on the wall? I made that. Right upside the San Antonio River. I'm gonna have the t-shirts are available now. The drum t-shirts. Not saying they're gonna be a commercial or anything. Incoming.
I wasn't getting murdered, just tickled. We're all good.
So, anyway, there's 5 of the shirts in existence. One of them resides with me. 2 of them reside in San Antonio, and 2 of them reside in Canada. So, I have a video that I will post tomorrow sometime, and oh man, I'm already through I thought I was through the teenage years. She's grown, supposed to be. Yeah. Oh, yes I do, Steve. We got about about a half an inch the other day, baby, that was it. While I was gone, we got rain. Now, I think I'm going to let the armadillo be my spirit animal, because them things are a lot tougher than I remember them. Well, maybe the ones up here in West Texas are just stupid. It's hard to get your hands on an armadillo down here. Leland sneak in here. What's he? Is he bringing everybody down? Glitch in the matrix. Possum on the half shell, yeah. You know, of all the animals I've skinned, no real spoilers, I'm gonna go with them armadillos. They ain't nothing to it. Well, the knuckles are a little rough. Their feet are put on funny. But the rest of it, it's like zip, zip. You just take the stuff off the belly. It's like no problem. I was really surprised. I was also very surprised at just how heavy the armor is on a gar. Yeah, I've caught gar before, but they're always little, and I always just let them go back. I've never eaten a gar, and that's come to an abrupt halt. It's delicious. It actually reminds me of whitefish or maybe a roughy. It's got a really mild flavor and a very tolerable texture as far as fish go. Sergeant Smith, you out already? I love you, brother. I've been out of pocket, so if I miss something, don't hold it against me. But it's a bacteria and it's curable. Everybody else, it's leprosy! Go to the doctor. They gave you some freaking pills. You go home. It's like it's a bacterial infection that they can cure with antibiotics. Calm down. Now, you tell me that armadillos running around with blood-borne pathogens like HIV or syphilis or something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna back off of eating that stuff. You don't know you got syphilis till it's too late. Yeah, but it's I believe 5% of the population, 5% of the total population of the 9-banded armadillo is capable of carrying leprosy. The other 95% are completely immune and unable to carry leprosy. So out of all the armadillos in the world, you've got to get one of the 5 out of the 100. And out of those 5, there's only a small percentage of the 5% that can carry leprosy, that do carry leprosy. And then even if it does carry leprosy, it's just a bacterial infection. This isn't 100 BC. They give you a little bottle of pills, you know, comes in a little pill bottle. You don't even have to go to the hospital. Now, if armadillos or something going to run around carrying some of that Ebola, count me out. uh, you stand a better chance of dying of that RSV, something like that, that virus you get from mouse poop. You stand a better chance of getting that cleaning your cupboards out after the Orchid Man's been there than you do getting leprosy from eating an armadillo or dying of leprosy. Yeah, they're like, man, I can't take these open sores anymore. Let's just run out on the highway. Yeah, the hantavirus. I think you might be onto that. I think that might be the one. And it kills you quick. I mean, you're like, I'm sick. Oh, I'm dead. It's not, Ebola is not airborne. Now, if somebody coughs on your face and you get spittle in your mouth, you're screwed. Yeah, it never went away. They just stopped talking about it. And Ebola is dangerous. Brian from dadgummit, he does the news in 2 minutes. Full spectrum. He did 56% of the people that get the Ebola die. That's 2 people in the room, one gets it, or if they both get it, one of them's gonna die. Yeah. So. Yeah, different continent. Yeah, mice poop is a bad deal. And I don't guess that guy followed over here with that was asking about the prep-in or whatever and stuff. Y'all gonna have to wait for me to put the videos out because I was in school the entire time I was there. Chris, the Wooded Beersman, is one of the coolest dudes I've ever met as far as coaching and helping, and his work ethic makes my work ethic look like nothing. If I was him, I'd have fired me. But he says he doesn't play crab in a bucket, if anybody knows what that means. He had to explain it to me. He says he doesn't play crabs in a bucket. So one of my videos from henceforth are going to be, there's going to be some that are the same because I like what I'm doing, but I'm going to try once a week or once every 2 weeks out to put out something that is like, hello, something that's super good. And has anybody watched my the couple? Well, Chipper got to see one. A little bit of the new style stuff I'm gonna try to be doing. Hunt it, and love it, and pet it, and squeeze it. You'd probably eat it too, wouldn't you? I know I use Sasquatch's ears. Anyway, I'll I'll put
Sure, this wasn't low on blanket fluid?
the what?
I said, are you sure it wasn't just low on blanket fluid?
Yeah. You sure it wasn't low on blinker fluid?
Now would be a great time to shamelessly plug your Patreon channel.
Oh, yeah. What did Chipper say? Now would be a great time to shamelessly plug my Patreon channel. If you'll notice on my page, up on the side, there's a little P there. You go to Patreon. The stuff that I'm uploading from San Antonio will be on there for Patreons only for 2 weeks. And after the 2 weeks, then I'll release it. I'll redo it to public. But if you want to see it sooner, and the only reason I'm doing this because as I do them, I'm uploading them. So, because I'm terrified that my computer's going to crash or there's going to be a lightning strike, I'm going to lose all this video. I have 383 minutes of video that I have to go through on one device. I have 100 minutes of video on another device that I have to go through, and I have over 100 minutes of video on my phone that I have to go through. So anyway, it's on the Patreon deal. It's $1 a month, or you can put more if you want to. That's up to y'all. It'd be kind of silly because I'm cheap. But I really want to do more of what I did there because it gave me a chance, like the one that Chipper got to see, it gave me a chance to do that kind of stuff. When I went down there, I took my bug out bag and I said, oh my God, I've got to leave home. Now, I took the guns and the ammo that ordinarily would not be there. Well, one gun with the ammo. But I took guns and ammo that wouldn't ordinarily be there. I left in my truck. But I did all this out of my bug out bag. I tried to granted, it was more than 3 days. I tried to survive off the food in my bug out bag and tried to supplement it. You know what? I've said this before back when I was doing the Drive to Work with Wes videos and stuff, the Wes S style videos. People head to the hills, expect to make it out there. They're stupid. I don't care how good you are. I'm not a crappy hunter. I'm not a horrible shot. But when you're desperate, you make mistakes. I feel bad. I gave up. I was going to town to get me some food. I stopped and picked the turtle up that was just trying to cross the road. He wasn't hurting nobody with minding his own business. I cheated. I picked him up. You know what saved his life? One of them bells went ding 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 ding. Say what? Yeah, I'll have to add my camper shell. I need to go close that thing up. I opened it, take the stuff out. I already caught Sadie in there licking the floorboard once. I forgot to put the bait back in the freezer. Okay. All right, later. Uncle Al, thanks for stopping by, buddy. Anyway, yeah, long story short, don't do that. This piece of property, and it's actually the neighbors were cool too. The neighbors were like, "Hey, y'all are doing this. You can come over here and over here." We had roughly 8 miles of the San Antonio River we could play on. Yeah, we played on it. We'd get out of bed at 4:30 in the morning, and I would crawl back in that truck 11:30, 12:30 at night. And yeah, I was so exhausted when I got home. It wasn't even funny. I am going to redo my bug out bag. There are things I learned. There's stuff that was in my bug out bag that I just knew I was going to need in a situation like this, that's not going back in my bug out bag. That was a waste of damn weight. Go do this stuff. Take your bug out bag and go to the state park. Give it a shot. Then you'll know if your bug out bag is going to work for you, or if you just bought into the hype of I need all this fancy stuff. Oh, dressed it out, froze the hide, froze the friend. There will be video done, and that's one thing. There's going to be a catch and cook on my channel in a day or so. May do it tomorrow, depends, and if I get hungry or whatever. Got another rattlesnake. My wife was looking for eggs, and she found a rattle bug. So it didn't make it. Had an accident. His nose was stopped up, and it tried to sneeze. It was horrible. Hey, Broseph Russell. Guy, I'm so behind on your channel. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I should have done that. That was cool. Hit it. It was done. I hit it with the water, and it went to crawling. What?
You can't tell if it's thundering or if it's the upstairs neighbors.
Hey, El, did I catch you? Were in here a while ago. I said hi to you, right? No, the littles weren't in there. It was inappropriately constructed for said activity. I hope. Either that or it had already done its deed and there's a baker's dozen of them little buggers crawling around under that tin. I don't know how to check. I couldn't find a spur or nothing, so I don't know.
Especially when chocolate snake is confusing, the one keeps moving.
I bet it would be. I have been invited to Canada. I mean, seriously invited to Canada. So donations will be accepted. Well, we'll pay for something like that. Apparently it's not that expensive to get up there and back. But, you know, covering sundries while I'm gone for 2 weeks, that'd be the trick. Because, you know, it'd be a couple of days getting there, a couple of days getting back. So, you know, for me to spend 5 or 6 days there, I've got to, you know, got to be gone almost 2 weeks.
Sure, what shadow recovery is referring to.
Shadow recovery.
Oh, I guess he's saying he got more subscribers.
Oh, cool. Thank you. That's the big thing. If I can get to 1,000 subs, then I can, you know, I still don't know about doing the whole monetizing for the ads crap. I may do some other. I'm gonna go ahead and plug this in my live stream. There's video where they like gave me all this stuff, and I've got to get it up and I'll post it too. But Bob Hansler gave me this little chingadera. This is cool. I've used the snot out of it for 2 days. It's a little finger knife, but I carry it in my. I don't have it on these pants. My little watch slides down in your watch pocket, and the only thing sticking up is this little handle. And you just pull it, and you got an instant knife for whatever, opening packages, whatever. But this is super cool. These people find mom and pop, well, not necessarily mom and pop, but small, like jerky companies, processed meat sticks, and they promote them by selling these. These are like, it's a subscription thing, and it's got the name of the place where the stuff comes from and everything, and you know, how to buy direct and all that stuff. And it's just all these different things. This was Bob's sponsor for for his side of the thing they did down there, and it's pretty cool. It's called Primal Urge. I believe that's what it is. Yeah, Primal Urge Foods. But like I said, it's, you know, they try to help get the, so you don't have to buy everything from these big giant name brand food places and stuff where you're not sure what's in the food. You can buy stuff that has, let's see what the ingredients are on this. If I can read that small print. Well, I can't read that. Try this one. Yeah. Made with grass-fed beef, pork raised without antibiotics, no nitrates, no MSGs, gluten-free. It's just a cool deal. And like, you know, I ate so many of these while I was down there. Tried to eat them on camera, but not always. You know, like, they gotta plug their sponsors or whatever. They weren't sponsoring me, but just for the record, there's one in here I'm gonna have to get somebody else to eat because it's a jalapeno one. I'm not real big on jalapenos, but I don't do the online boxes of stuff or whatever, you know, mystery grab bags or whatever. But I may do this because it's $10 a month, and they send you 10 sticks. These things are $2 at the store, man. So, you know, that's pretty good math. I can go, you know, pay $1.69 for a jerky stick at the Town and Country, or I could pay 50 cents or $1 or whatever. That's a no-brainer. You don't know what you're going to get until you've had turkey jerky with rosemary in it. You have not lived, people. And until you have had Bloody Mary flavored pork sausage, I'm not even joking about that one. That was delicious. Those are two of my booby prizes for showing up. the biggest one is, and I wasn't going to get the video because my line jumped, and you know, I don't have a cameraman. I did actually have a camera with me this time. I closed the camera and put it down, and I jumped down there and grabbed my fishing pole, set the hook, and went to fighting. The hostess saw my camera laying there turned off. She picked it up and turned it on. About the time I got the thing up on the bank, or close enough to where you can see it, y'all missed the first 2 minutes of the fight, and or y'all will miss the first 2 minutes of the fight. I didn't. I was there. I lived it. I am so addicted to that river now. That's 2 rivers I'm addicted to, and both of them are like a drive. Alright, okay, Diggers, we'll see you. Mixed signals. Yeah, mine's giving me mixed signals. Like, is it okay for me to get in here and chew up your mattress or not? No, it's not. But until you've tried to live out of your bug out bag, you don't know if you can or not. I completely went squirrel on that. Back to that. That's important. I mean, try it. And legitimate. Don't cheat yourself. I mean, just try it in your backyard. See if you can not cheat. And I mean, spend all day out in your backyard, all night in your backyard, all day, all night, all day, all night. And not sitting there with your phone either. Remember, there was an EMP. You got to throw your phone away, your laptop, all that stuff. Just you and your bug out bag, and nothing else. When we got down to where we were doing the hog hunting and stuff, there wasn't no cell phone. I was like, man, why else we get gored down here? Well, we're just going to have to go get some help. Okay. Small Onion was of no or little or no help the entire time we was there. He thought it was funny that I kept, you know, wondering what would happen if something happened. Which he was okay with, because he's like, I'm a figment of your imagination. I'll just go bug somebody else's brain. Sippy Cup is in here? Hey, Sippy! Yes, I'm growing it back. I regret cutting it, okay, ladies? I'm sorry. Cut my hair. I'm going to try to do it like all. Yes, I will fail, honey, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to try to grow all one length. And if I can get it all to where I can get it in a ponytail, then I'm going to go all like semi-mohawk. I'm going to do a church boy on the sides. And then I'm just going to keep my hair in a ponytail. That way when I put my hat on and stuff, flip it up there, everybody thinks I'm like a church boy. But then when I take it off, I'm going to do the ponytail. Be all Fabio and stuff. Or close anyway. I see him. Or maybe it would be Wessio. Wessio, would that be a cool thing? I'm not sure that would be so cool, huh? Probably not. Ooh. How far? Oh, there it is. That's not funny. Sippy, I'm sorry I made the itchy butt worm comment a little bit. Sorry. But having raised barefoot children and puppies in the same yard. We had to learn some things. Yeah, it's funny that ringworm isn't a worm. It's thinking, is it a fungus or something, right?
That's how much you need or
Duh.
how
I have 2 sets of the sturdiest breeders that I can purchase in my bug out bag. They're pretty important. I can see fine. I can walk around. I can get through life like this. But if I have to tie a fishing hook onto a string, I'm done. If I wouldn't want to try to skin a mouse. Wouldn't want to try to skin much anything because my knife and my fingers got to be down there together. I got 250 magnification, or 2.5 magnification on it. It's not something you can fix with surgery, so
you can do that place.
well, yeah, but then when you do the LASIK, you got to pick far or short, and I've already got far right now. Yeah.
You know,
Yes, and that's something else. If you notice a lot of raccoon fecal matter, you want to avoid it, especially dried, because they carry a virus that is in their feces, and you can get it from breathing the dust, or from the dust entering your mouth from the raccoon feces.
and worms can live in raccoon poop for 7 years.
Yes, there's several worms out there, parasites. Let's use the word parasites from here on out, because worms apparently bother people. Parasites can lie dormant for years in the soil, in poop, in the dried up flesh of an animal.
Hot box, they have a layer down.
Leobeth, hey Leobeth, I love you. All you other people, this isn't for y'all. If you want to catch it on the way by, that's fine. Leobeth, love you. Love you too, Ty. The parasites are no joke. I didn't think about it until it was too late that we already doctored them. I'll check and see if they're all cleared up. But our chicken's got the big round worms or whatever, and this chicken was walking in front of me. She dropped this big old poop. Next thing I know, all these stir straws come crawling out of it. These little white stir straws. I'm like, oh, whoa, hold on. And I backed up, picked me up a stick, went to look, and I was like, holy crap, those are living in you? So we did something about it. And then I'm like, oh, that's disgusting. And that's the deal. Everybody's like, oh, tapeworms, this tape. What happens when you get tapeworms in your muscle tissue? Does anybody know? They actually release a toxin in your bloodstream. They don't really grow while in your muscle tissue. They won't turn into a giant worm. They just sit there and just stay little bitty. They're actually waiting for you to die and for something to eat you so they can get into the intestine of the animal that eats you. But they put out a toxin that makes you sick. Because if you're a tapeworm living in the gut of a grasshopper, and then a bird eats you, and then you wind up in the bloodstream rather than the intestinal tract of the bird, how better to make sure that you get eaten by something that you can use for a host than to make that bird sick, or that field mouse sick, or that grasshopper or ground squirrel sick. Make it slow, make it susceptible to being preyed upon. And then boom, you're in a big old belly full of meat. You break out of your little cocoon and you go to chowing down, and then you get to be like 20 foot long. Live happily ever after.
Oh, we were gonna skip all
Because Sippy got in here, she brought up. What else y'all want to talk about? Y'all want to talk about like bubblegum? We can talk about bubblegum. I watched that Monsters Inside You and when we had cable. And let me tell you what, that made me start doing some research. And Paris, the stuff that's out there, was it on that one really crappy movie with Will Smith and his kid? This is Earth, son. Everything on this planet has evolved to kill you. I mean,
that.
pretty much.
Just out.
Alright, just stayed. See you later. Be safe. What did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss?
David said after Earth, I think.
Yeah, After Earth. But anyways, Lee, you want to get everybody up to speed in the chat? Because I can't. You or Courtney, either one can type that stuff out there and tell everybody what's going on better than I can mumble about it. Bye, Al. Be blessed. Because I can't say that one word.
What's the stand?
What's that?
Is the stand right?
Yeah, the Stanza movie.
I'm more worried about the stuff in the stand happening than some other
Who said that?
thing.
The. Yeah. Yeah, that word. Can anybody say that out loud? Had. They removed it all. Cut it all out.
Whereas I missed what you did with all the product. Didn't all the property for?
That's a forthcoming video. When you're invited to Rome, you got to live by the Roman rules. For me to get the Crawdad video to where it would be worth y'all's time to watch is going to take me several days. And the Crawdad stuff was actually on day 4 or 5. So before we get to the Crawdad stuff, we've got days 1, 2, 3, and 4 that I've got to get y'all caught up on. The other night I had a live stream and I asked, and people wanted to see it. The consensus was we go all the way to the end. We start and go to the end. And yeah, without modern medicine, chronic means lethal. Depends on what the chronic is. If there is a way to improve your situation and get off of your prescription drugs now, if there's anything you can do with diet, water, herbs, essential oils, whatever, and either reduce or altogether eliminate your dependence on modern medicine, you need to be working on it. I am a redneck. I am the biggest, what do you call it, coon ass hillbilly them wives ever met and fell in love with. That doesn't change the fact that when I realize that something's bad for me, I try to undo it. I'm working on it. Calm down. They're ultralights. It's like smoking air. I'm on the keto diet. I don't drink sodas anymore. The only thing I have sugar in anymore is coffee. And I went from a teaspoon per mug to half a teaspoon per mug. And the entire time I was gone, I was drinking black coffee, and this sweet stuff is about to knock my jaw off. I don't know why it's automatic to put it in there. This has very little. This is actually pretty good. Black coffee actually tastes really, really good. Chronic does, people with diabetes can control a lot of their symptoms and stuff with diet and exercise. It's just whether or not they do, whether they choose to. And I'm not trying to bust anybody's chops or anything, because I know a lot of chronic illnesses are, they're something that you need help with and stuff. But I also believe in accountability, self-accountability. So if there's something you can do that you can put in your mind, say, okay, if I change this, it will make that part of my life easier and better. Then why not do something with it? Why not make the effort, the sacrifice? Is Dr. Pepper, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, 7-Up, Mountain Dew, Red Bull, whatever your poison is it worth spending the last 10 years of your life in a nursing home in a debilitated state? Is it? Is it worth shaving 20 years off of your life because it's something you didn't want to do without now? I don't know. I don't really miss chocolate cake and them little, okay, I miss Mrs. Baird's pies really bad. Started to lie to y'all. I've eaten them for years for breakfast. But, do I want to go back to eating all that junk and pay the consequences? Or do I want to stay off of it and get used to doing without it and live better? I want to live better. Brian, that's funny. Oh, sorry. And depending on how your new wife cooks, that evening sickness is pretty natural too.
Well, that chunkiness.
Yeah, I don't think he's got a problem with the food around there. Did we lose Sippy? She started the worm conversation and snuck out here, didn't she? That was sneaky of her. Um. Oh. There are things you can do for the thyroid naturally, aren't there? Don does something. I don't know.
It's the natural pig thyroid. The natural stuff made from a pig thyroid instead of the chemical stuff.
I mean, there's options for the thyroid.
But it's still a pill.
Are you playing with BA's MREs again? Oh. I forget I got people with blue wrenches in here. Well, hyperthyroid is. But somebody we know who had that had the better part of it removed, and she supplements with pig thyroid something or other. I don't know. You can ask Mrs. West S whether or not I pay real close attention to all the technical stuff that goes on in the medical world around my family. I know that I take ibuprofen when I need to take ibuprofen, and I take Benadryl when I need to take Benadryl. That's about it. No more nice kitty, that's funny. Yeah, that's a rare one. I know about Hashimoto's. Surprise, holy crap, I know about something somebody's got. Take me to... Okay. Can't we just go to Paint Rock? Dude. There's shade and everything. And for those of you that do not know, there will be a video forthcoming, but you bet we can. See, now you're thinking, son, there is more to bugging out and living in the bush than a lot of us want to think about. Something that I never anticipated having to deal with in my entire life. I had to deal with as a result of this little excursion to the river. Okay. Sippy, this gonna fall into your category. I've had to deal with them for a while. We were talking on worms. Let's talk about something else nasty now. Hemorrhoids. I've got one that flares up every once in a while. Well, he flared up like a volcano. And then he erupted when I got home. And I was fairly certain I was going to bleed to death. all scared. I was real scared. So, I mean, what do you do if, I mean, do you have anything in your bug out bag for that? All-wheel deck stuff. Who's that? God bless. Have a good night, Georgia. She's got to do it when she's got to do it. The male-dominated, rather sexist management down there right now is making it very difficult for her to remain employed at her current situation. Hey guys, I can't chain smoke these ultralights anymore. I'm gonna do a Grizz. Was it? Now I can't even think of his name. The Grizz dude. He's got a sawmill and he does stuff and he sits around and he chats at people and rolls his own tobacco. Learned to do this watching Quigley Down Under. Skills. They're very important. Yeah, I've actually played around with some of those collapsible stoves. There's a couple of them that are really good. Here we go. Let's plug this one again. The Wooded Beardsman one that he featured on his channel, he actually had a giveaway early on before he got humongous. And he gave one of them away. It's a collapsible stove. It fits in a package about yesty big, about yay wide. I mean, that's as big as it is. You fold it out, and it's a twig stove. But I think the whole thing weighs just less than a pound. So yeah. I can make a twig stove out of just about anything. Hey diggers. Have you ever done the Dakota hole, which is basically just a primitive rocket stove? They're pretty easy to do too. So Sippy, are you going for nurse or PA or what? Out of a log?
No, you can't just pick me up.
I think your log might burn up. You go, girl. Yeah, it'd be a consumable rocket stove. And that's the problem with if I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, dear wife, but the Hashimoto crap or whatever is your levels fluctuate. Your thyroid can't make up its daggum mind what it's doing. Ooh. She went to head it all. Around here, what's that thing where you stand the log up and you cut it or whatever, and then you light the fire in the middle and you cook on it, and then you got the coals for whatever afterwards or whatever. I can't really do that around here because we don't have any logs like that. Now, if you do the Dakota hole right, I mean, it's just a dirt rocket stove. It works really well. I'll do a Dakota hole video, I guess. Now, we were freaking out on all the wood up there, but you know, if you were there burning wood all the time, it wouldn't last. We go through every bit of that wood inside of a year. That's the beauty of the Dakota hole, though. You can you can use green twigs or sticks or whatever to hold the dirt up. It doesn't. I mean, packable's better, but it doesn't have to be clay. Just saying. Well, unless it's an ice age, and then I'm not sure Alaska's going to be that copacetic. Dang it. I wonder if you ate the thyroid gland of the animals you caught, if it would do any good if you were like low on thyroid stuff. That's something I'm going to have to Google now. Probably not, because I don't think it would work that way. But like you orally take the synthetic or the natural replacement thyroid stuff. You take it orally. So if you just ate the thyroid glands, would that do it? Hills have eyes kind of thing going on. Sorry, Bubba. but my wife needs your thyroid.
Clay oven.
Yeah, clay ovens are cool. I saw a video on that earlier. It was actually pretty cool. Would it matter, Sippy, if you didn't have a thyroid? So how many of them grizzly bears you gotta slap on the nose every year there, Chandra? Serious question. Kodiak Island got some bears up on it. Wow, see, I didn't know that. I hadn't planned on eating a polar bear either. But yeah, Digger, don't be going to Crystal's house and making a stove. Oh, wow.
Yeah, but that was people with thyroid. However, if you didn't have one.
Yeah, but that was people with thyroid. I wonder if you didn't have one, if it would, like, help or not. That's what I'm going to check. I'm just going to check into it. Probably not, but possibly so. New addiction after being in the wilds. I cannot get enough water. Well, I can, but I didn't know water tasted that good. Honestly, didn't. Had no idea that water tasted.
It's fine when you filter it full of coffee.
Yes, ma'am, it does.
Yes, and we have to have salt added to our diet.
Yes, and without salt, you die. And I thought I had that covered up. Oh, you saw the green lid, didn't you?
Anyway, that's the salt.
No, that's true. The Dasani bottle that I carried with me the whole time I was there is going to get a lanyard put on it, and it is my new canteen. I freaked out. I spent 30 minutes freaking because I couldn't find my water bottle. I was like, how the hell am I going to carry my water without my bottle? Because the one thing that had fallen out of my bug out bag was my stainless steel water bottle. It stayed right here at the house. And honestly, I wouldn't have wanted it banging around in the woods with me anyway. Well, I haven't had any real reason to. Do y'all want to see my bow that I made? Because I just looked at the deal. I was going to show this to y'all. I know y'all probably don't care. But I made this while I was down there. And this was straight, but I kind of left it in the back of the truck for a couple of days. But that's in my arrow. It was like super straight. It took me forever to get it straight on the fire. And I'm going to... Other, I don't know, some kind of bird. Something had killed it and ate it and left a bunch of feathers laying around. Found some turkey feathers, but they were just the wing feathers. These were tail feathers. Tail feathers work better, in case you're wondering. But this is my arrow. I'm lagging bad. Am I lagging on your end? On the video, babe? Oh. I unstrung it.
Sippy.
Later, Sippy. Have a good night. And don't have too many nightmares about worms. You should really make spaghetti tomorrow for BA supper. Just saying. That'll be fun. I'm going to go ahead and pretty it up and remake it. I had to shave some more wood off of it because thank you, Tipper. But because I couldn't draw it. I should have put a scale on it. I had a fish scale there, but I know it was over a 50-pound draw. But I'm gonna pretty it up. And it's gonna be a wall hanger. I'm gonna go ahead and finish it, and we'll make a wall hanger out of it. Make it chicken spaghetti so they're like the little, break all the spaghetti up into little short pieces. Yes, I mean that's the you ever wonder how medical, and I'm not really against modern medicine because it does wonderful things, but you ever notice how more and more of the things they told us our entire lives were bad for us turn out now that if you drop it all the way you become sick and you have to go to the doctor and get a prescription? I think it pays to do some research into what exactly the human body requires and doesn't require. Without salt you perish. Without fat you perish. With too much sugar and grains, you perish. I thought we were all seeking survival here. And surviving is not perishing. So, I think spending a little bit of time self-educating, using the World Wide Web might be prudent, or get a library card. They're called books. They still work. Yes, that's what we're on. We're a high fat, high protein, low carbs, not zero carbs, because you do need carbs. You do need a few sugars and you do need a few carbs, or your body goes into starvation mode. I mean, it's called a balanced diet for a reason. You have to have all of it. Exactly, yeah. No, I've got a big cup. Thank you, though, baby. The Step 1 Survival and his other, the RUM channel, are both worth checking out. I wouldn't have this after show thing going on if it wasn't for BA's channel. I did it one time just as a lark or whatever, and anyway, it was met well, so I've just been doing it. I actually tried to get some other people to jump in and do it, and they didn't want to, and now I don't give it up. Because I really enjoy all these people's input, the questions, the chat. I mean, I really enjoy the time we spend together. It expands my horizons. It makes me think. It makes me do more research. It makes me smarter. And I'm allowed to help more people. The more I know, the more I can help. I wish I knew the answer to all these questions right off the bat, but I don't. I mean, I'm learning. You know, stop learning, the worms start to churning. I mean, that's just the way it is. Yes, she covered for me. Yes, she did. And I really appreciate that. Like, there was a couple times that I was just wiped out from the stuff going on. Thank you, Tibor. Stuff going on with Leland or whatever, and I just didn't have it in me. Night, Courtney. You going to bed? Thank you, Digger. I'm not trying to butter the biscuit. I really do enjoy this. This is a blast. It's like having all your friends show up in your living room. And they all bring their own beer. Yeah. And I'm sorry I didn't get up. Well, I didn't have a reason to. I played it smart this time, and I got me a big old cup of coffee and water. I actually set up the show tonight. I knew I was going to do it. I got everything set up. Oh man, I did it again. This knife. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna get off here. I promise. This knife. Oh, I gotta wash this. That's nasty. Staff Sergeant Badass over at Step 1 Survival sent me this knife because he watched me.
This is the first time on your channel. She came from SOS.
Who's that?
Chandra.
Chandra. Well, welcome, Chandra. We'll be seeing you next time, I hope. But because he watched me fail epically twice trying to make my own, I guess. But anyway, long story short, I love this thing. It did the better part of my work down there. Well, Chipper, Peppercorn
Got stolen.
bailed on me. My brother stole my chicken.
He walks around with her in his arms, feeding her out of his hand.
He carries her, yeah, what she said, he carries her around, she perches here, and he holds the bucket of feed for her, and lets her eat at will. He just walks around and talks to the chicken. She can live with me, where I kick her out in the yard and she gets eaten by coyotes. Or she can get stolen by the guy who treats her like a comfort animal. The chicken made a good play. The end. Yeah, she lives over there. I'll get some pictures or something. I've got a few that he sent me. It's funny. I'll do a peppercorn update for y'all. And hold on, calm down. Is that better? No, I don't do meat rabbits. Rabbits are a pain in the neck. Thought chickens are bad. We tried the meat rabbit thing, but no, that's a lot of work.
We've done that before. My cousin had a chicken like that, and 6 months later he ate her. We've done that.
Yeah, we've had pet chickens that wound up in the stew pot, trust me. my shoulder chicken, who used to be the picture of my picture on here on YouTube, used to be of me with a really pretty little rooster on my shoulder. Well, we ate him. Hey, Sergeant Smith. She hates cameras.
Me.
Yeah. I love pets you can eat too. That's my dog is inherently aware of that, and she lives a very cautious existence around me.
And Digger says he has a mouth like yours.
Who said that?
Digger.
Digger. Well, that's cool. That kukri did work.
It says if you looked at my video, one of the first ones I did was a VR response to that, and you can see the mouth there.
Ooh.
Oatmeal cream pies. A whole lot.
Oh, milk. Oh, jeez. That's legal. I've done that. Hey, why eat a skinny dog? Until we figure out how to get the chickens to lay where she can't find the eggs in the pasture, she's going to be fat. Oh man, Nutty Buddies are the bomb. Like nugget. Chicken nugget, we named chicken nugget. That didn't turn out well. Well, that would happen. Ooh, I tried hard cider for the first time this week. I actually like that. I didn't say I was going to eat my dog. I said she is aware that I like pets that I can eat. She has seen me eat my pets. She is not living a sheltered life of ignorance. If you'd have been a little bit older, you might have remembered the 2 kids we had that didn't make it because things were tight. Gyro's still in the freezer. Yeah, that's true. Gyro hasn't been eaten yet. Oh, yeah, we ain't got around. Ooh, I need to eat Gyro. Or some of them, anyway. What's for supper? I only shot your cat a little bit. The cat was fine. I mean, she bled all over my truck. Payback's payback. She got me back, okay? I didn't know it was your cat. I mean, what kind of freaking cat goes out with the guy with the gun to help chase down the animal that's causing the trouble? Explain it to me. Okay? Yours. Your cat is dense. Your cat is supposed to have a collar on it with a little dingy bell. Does she? No. It's not my bad. Only shot her a little bit. Just a little bit. It was through and through. Nothing but skin. Why'd you have to bring that up for me? I felt so bad. It tastes like goat. It's not bad. It's I don't know, tastes Tasted like aoudad or lamb-ish. Well, no, I don't really taste like lamb because lamb's a grazer. It's a browser. It's a little more flavorful than deer. Or maybe no. Oh, it's hard to say. Cross between deer and beef. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Oh, I can. It's really hard not to mouth that comment. Chipper.
Close your beaver burger. I ate a Rowdy Beaver today, bar and grill.
I'm sure it could have with the bar and grill, but it'd be easier to be rowdy than just saying.
That's okay. If I ever get my hands on a beaver, I'm going to do a catch and cook, and it's going to be titled How to Shave and Eat Your Beaver. That's what it's going to be called. That's what I'm gonna do. Hey Sasquatch, everybody's sneaking in here at the last, making me feel bad about wanting to go to
Sure
bed.
it is, Chipper.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, I had moose meat once. Moose and elk are both delicious.
Kind of like it's your story and you're sticking to it, right?
Yeah, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Had to do some stuff.
What's the texture of the moose? Is it like deer?
Pretty much. About like horse, actually.
Well, I've never had horse, but I've had deer, so I asked deer.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. It's not really, the texture's not really like deer. It's more moosey. Ah.
Apparently.
It's got longer cells than, it's got different cell structure than beef. Actually, it was, Leland, it was, they called it country fried moose.
Brian got
Good night, Brian. Have a good week. Heck, have a good life while you're at it. I'll have to get up at 4:30 in the morning, but chances are pretty good I will. Chicken fried bacon. Yeah, I've been looking into that. I just can't have chicken fried nothing right now. What? No, yeah, it's a beer, yeah. And horse does not taste nasty. Horse is actually good, but it's textured different. Everybody puts horses on this pedestal because of whatever reason. And horses are really smart, but so are cattle, so are goats. Dogs, pigs, everything out there has a certain level of intelligence. Hoofs or horns, it's edible. It just is. Yeah, the dewormer, that stuff for the bots or whatever, can't give them that either. I don't know what it would do to you, but I don't think it's good for you. Apparently the stuff stays in their bloodstream for a while to kill the parasites. So, can't be good for the horse. I guess it's better for the horse than the poison from the flies or whatever, or the worms. But, you know, it just makes a fella wonder what they're putting in the critter. Ivermectin. Yeah, something like that. Something you have to in the horse's mouth. That's all I know. Some of it's the chemicals they're giving those. Think about it. The chemical from the deworming stays in the horse for what, 18 months. And they want you to give it to the animal every 6 months. So they're putting these chemicals in the cattle to get them to the butcher, and the chemicals are still in there when we're eating them. Is it any wonder that there are problems? Some animals get sick and die. Antibiotics I don't think are a problem. But some of that other stuff I think might be a problem.
Yeah, I heard Sasquatch was saying that they were sending horse meat to the UK labeled as beef. They didn't find out for a year or more. I heard about that.
Yeah, I've heard that too. They actually shut down all the places here that were willing to slaughter horses. I mean, there were people that grew the horses as a meat animal. And that caused a lot of horses to starve to death. I'm sorry, they didn't save any animals. They just caused them to get put down and carried to the dump ground. Them social justice warriors out there trying to save the life of all these animals. You want to save the life of all the animals, get a job, buy some property, and you buy the feed. And see, I want to get the property around here. I want to get the barn and the corral and everything set up, and I want to try to adopt some Mustang, but I want the colts. You know, a yearling or something, because I want to gentle it up. Because there's not enough rubber left in my bones for me to get on no horse and try to make it behave anymore. Yeah, it's almost like eating snow, huh, Sasquatch? Wild pig is delicious, unless it's from cedar country, and then it's a little rank. Yeah, it's got a better flavor, huh? I mean, snow's probably less filling and tastes a lot less like the word I can't say on here. Poo. I got to catch up on everybody's videos. Back when I was all crippled up and stuff and I could just sit here and watch freaking YouTube, I could follow everybody's everything. I don't do that anymore. Yeah, Chipper, you're a little far away for me to come get any horses, I think. Duck is greasy, but it's delicious. Well, not the way I do it. It's because I'm an excellent cook. Y'all didn't know that about me, did you? I'm an excellent cook. Wait, what did I miss? Now, if you're just looking for somebody to board them horses, I don't know what to tell you. Elka's Aoudad is delicious. Just FYI, in case anybody's wondering. It is the one meat out there, one wild game out there, well, feral, I suppose, that tastes almost, to me, tastes almost like beef. It's a real lean beef. She's the Postian, which is close. What is Tibor? Now geese is a real greasy. Yeah, they're getting like that up in Lubbock too. It's, you can't go to the park, man. There's nothing. There's no grass, just goose poo. I think if you knew what manatee tasted like smoking, you'd probably be somewhere other than on YouTube right now. Cheesecake tastes good. I do need to get my hand on a beaver and stuff. Hey Leland, you still in here?
No, he went to bed.
Oh, okay. Remind me to get a hold of him tomorrow. I gotta talk to him about that oink oink business. I did get to touch a manatee once when I lived in Florida. I saw it moving and it come in real close to the, what do you call that thing where you tie your boat up? Dock thing. And it was just like moving real slow and it come up and I just barely touched its back as it went by. I'm probably gonna go to prison now, but it was the coolest thing I'd ever done at the time.
Sergeant Smith, what kind of medication are you on?
I don't know, but he's rolling, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they're not soft like you'd expect them to be, like all like slimy or something, and they're not. No Sasquatch. How'd that turn out? Oh, there you go, Miss Westhead. Mrs. There's some big words that we can't. Oh, I know what Xanax is. They got you on the chill pill. Oh, yeah. How'd that work out? That was a good and fuzzy feller. Good night, CM. Hey guys, this is almost 2 hours. It's an hour and 41 minutes. I'm gonna get off of here. It's past my bedtime. Don't gotta get up at 4:30, but if I go to sleep now, I'll sleep into 6. It'd be like sleeping in. So, God bless. Thank y'all for stopping by. Don't forget to give me the old thumbs up. Tell all your friends about how cool and informative I am. Throw me a sub. I'll come up with some kind of challenge video or whatever for y'all. See if we can get a ring of videos going. I miss those the call out videos where you call somebody out and they do a video. Ain't nobody tagged me in a while. Either that or I haven't seen it, which is probably what's going on. So anyway, I love y'all. Y'all have an excellent night, even better week, and an amazing life. Remember, God loves you. So do I. What? Okay, go make you another wrap. Thank you, ma'am. I will. Hold on, I can do this real quick. I think I can. Let me see here. Y'all all disappeared. I'm checking somebody out or whatever. This is a lot easier to do when you're just like in the room instead of whatever. Right now y'all are probably lagging horribly bad because everybody and their dogs watching Netflix on my internet. Why not? Gender, you're kind of cute. Just saying. And there, I'm number 7. FYI. I like that dark curly hair, girl. Anyway, love y'all. God bless. Stay alive. Don't die. I'm really stopping this time. Y'all aren't derailing me again. It's not like with BA, it's a challenge with me. I mean, all it takes is for me to like start talking, I'll derail myself. Yeah. Love y'all. Good night.
Kirsten Sargent said hi.
Kirsten. Thomas said hello.
Okay, good night.
You're fixing chair. Alright, good night.
Oh, Chipper has a question.
Okay.
Probably not.
You don't either. What, Chipper? Good night.